As you've probably heard if you live anywhere in the Northeast or Midwestern United States, we're currently dealing with poor air quality due to high pollutants from smoke from wildfires in Canada. My name is Joe Thomas. I'm a hospitalist physician who talks about public health. My band played a show Thursday, and we elected to move it inside out of concerns for safety with the air quality. We were in the 170s to 190s on Wednesday, got up into the 250s on Thursday. The primary pollutant was noted to be less than 2.5 micrometers, very, very, very tiny particles. Those get into your throat and into your airways, and it can really cause a lot of irritation. This reinforces two things. One, climate change is very real, and it affects all of us. That makes it political, along with the fact that our government's legislation has profoundly affected our climate, including the Trump administration rolling back restrictions on things like forever chemicals, PFAS, and emissions requirements. But also, we must stop politicizing climate change and public health. Public officials in every affected area are putting out social media posts with recommendations. Recommendations, mind you. No one is dropping any new laws or restrictions or anything. I live in Buffalo. Both our Erie County executive, Mark Poloncarz, and New York State Governor Kathy Hochul put out posts announcing that they're moving any government workers who had to work outside to go inside and encourage everyone else to stay inside and consider wearing a mask outdoors to protect from inhaling the smoke and pollutants. The amount of mocking laugh reacts and petulant, whiny comments from people saying truly abhorrent things to these officials because they didn't like being told what to do, except they weren't being told what to do. Poloncarz and Hochul were just making recommendations. No one was kept from doing anything. Nothing was closed, no curfew or anything, just safety recommendations. But people refused to even consider the potential dangers and safety measures because they just auto-react this way to a politician of the other party. My congressional representative, Nick Langworthy, put out one of his usual demonstrative yet ineffective posts in which he claimed he was reaching out to Canadian Parliament and their ambassador to demand answers and admonish them for their wildfires, as if Canada wasn't aware of the problem and as if the US wasn't a bigger source of fossil fuel-driven pollution with a bigger carbon footprint and with our own wildfires every year that billow tons of smoke in the atmosphere, and as if this administration wasn't making the problem worse. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not upset about people mocking politicians. That's going to happen. We are living in the worst timeline. But let's look at what they actually say or do first. A little critical thinking goes a long way here. Even without the politicians, here's a Threads post in which someone mocks another person for wearing a mask outside. They also make the assumption that wearing a mask while walking interferes with breathing, which is obviously incorrect, as evidenced by anybody who has my job. There's a big difference between making voluntary safety recommendations and trying to incorrectly assign blame to avoid responsibility. The air quality should hopefully be starting to improve today as winds shift and pollutants in the air decrease. But for now, consider wearing a mask if you're spending time outdoors, especially if you have asthma, COPD, long COVID, allergies, or any other respiratory or sinus-related condition. And pay attention to your weather app or your county department of health for updates.